electric.
Wookie, wookie, wookie. You can do without it.
It's electric.
Wookie, wookie, wookie.
Oil took a tremendous dip in 2008 with the crisis, and a lot of people assumed that it would go back up again. So they all invested heavily into long-term investments for infrastructure, for transport, for production, for capacity, for everything you think of. Some investors obviously got in on the action. A lot of them, the more bolder decisions were putting oil on ships and sending it out to sea just to wait for a better price. I think it's like $8,000 or $10,000 a month to keep a ship sailing around in a circle. So all this crazy stuff happened, and a lot of people got really rich, made a ton of money on it because the price of oil did come back up. So with the recent slide in prices, a lot of these same people jumped back on, or not the same people, copycat investors started doing the same things. So as the price of oil fell, which there's several reasons why, Cushing, Oklahoma is where it's the largest oil hub for the United States. It had has tons of tanks. They were all full at record capacity in 2012 or 13, right before they finished the pipeline to the Gulf Coast refineries. When this pipeline was completed, they drained 75% of the entire capacity at Cushing to these refineries, but this also happened to simultaneously happen with a global slowdown in the economy, so the demand softened, and it all came on the hands of OPEC, as it normally would, who sets the price of oil for the world, and the Saudis determined rather than maintain the price, they were going to maintain market share, so they flooded the market with oil. Their strategy being that the price would go down and it would push out the high-cost investors such as Canada and deep sea. So it all happened just as the Saudis planned it. The price went way down, and all these copycat investors jumped on, knowing that the price of oil will likely go back up again. This is like at the $50 range, so they're already looking at thinking they're going to get bigger margins than they did in 2008. The money runs in, it actually sustains production. So all this storage has been filling back up. So Cushing, which drained 75% of its capacity in less than 1 year, is already back up to where it was. Record-setting highs for storage. East Coast is 85%, Midwest is 70%. Cushing's right where it was at its record high, but it's since in between time has added a lot of capacity. There's been additional capacity added in Colorado, in Texas, and in Wyoming. And all this new storage, it's all being filled up because of the low cost of oil, because of speculators filling up the oil. So the recent news is that when the capacity runs out, the pumps must stop because there's really nothing else they're going to do with this oil, and this will cause a nosedive in the price of oil. This has been reflected in the recent price, the commodity price. It has broken through the floor of $50 and is now on a slide, and they're forecasting $20 to $30 a barrel of oil if this nosedive really happens.